Hey, underdogs. Have you ever watched someone so young completely shift the game and thought, wow, they're doing things I had never seen before? Well, that's exactly what's happening with today's guest. I'm talking about Amora Doyle, a 13-year-old baller who's not just playing the game, but changing it for girls everywhere. From balling with the boys to earn her spot on some of the toughest teams, she's breaking barriers and setting new standards. You do not want to miss this one. Stick around to hear how Amora is leaving her mark on the court and in her community. Full Court Dreams, the Underdawgs Voice, is proudly sponsored by Rehab 2 Perform. Are pain or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? Our friends at Rehab 2 Perform have you covered. Now open in Owings Mills with 9 other locations across the DMV. R2P will get you back in the game and ready to perform. Visit rehab2perform.com and start your journey to peak performance today.
Another episode of Full Court Dreams, the Underdawgs Voice. I'm your host, Coach Q, and today we have a special guest who not just played the game of basketball, but is changing it. At just 13 years old, Mo is making waves in the basketball world and proving that age and locations are no barriers to success. Mo, well, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Coach.
Could you hear the crowd clapping for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See, the crowd likes you. Like my crowd, man. Look, we got 100. We got about 101 people in the audio in the studio right now. So look, those 101 people like you. See, they love you. They love you. They think you're a soul.
Awesome!
I'll be playing with the buttons. Hi, thank you for coming on. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I am fantastic. I couldn't ask for nothing better on this rainy day in Baltimore. It is real rainy here. Is it raining there?
It's like overcast.
Oh, it was just pouring down here about 5 minutes ago, on and off. So it's tough. This little hurricane supposed to be coming through, so it's tough. It's tough. But first things first, I gotta ask you. Gotta kick things off with the question I ask all my guests. So Mo, what does being an underdog means to you in your journey as a youth athlete, as a young
Well,
athlete?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even view myself as an underdog. Like, things are hard for me, and I expect them to be hard, like for my entire life. But I
Hmm.
kind of like them being hard. Like, I got used to it by now.
Oh, okay, okay. So you don't even consider yourself as an underdog anymore? Have you ever considered yourself as an underdog?
No, not really.
What? For real? Oh, okay, okay. Nothing. Never, ever, ever.
But like,
You
I
just
don't.
haven't thought about it like that.
No, I don't like pity myself.
No. So I guess we got the wrong definition of an underdog and why we say underdogs. So underdogs are basically well, this is my meaning. Um all right, let's put it this way. All right, you don't consider yourself as an underdog, but what do you think is the meaning of an underdog?
Like a person who comes from the very bottom and has to
Mhm.
work their way up.
Okay. Okay. You never had to do that.
Well, yeah, I have,
Okay.
but
So
I don't
see.
really think of it like that.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yep. I get it. Well, that's a good definition of an underdog. Person that had to work their way. I just think it's just like you said, a person that is at the bottom that's working their way up that don't get that much recognition that they deserve based off of their hard work. It's some people out here that ain't even working hard to get all the recognition in the world, but you got that one person that's in the gym every day, sweating 2, 3, 4 hours, and nobody knows who that person is. But when they get on the court, they just dominate everybody. and nobody still ain't paying attention. They paying attention to that other person that got so many likes on social media and stuff like that, but ain't as good as that person that don't. So that's how I think. That's what I think underdog is, especially in this day and time. Like people that don't work hard for anything gets more likes than people somebody that really does work hard. Um, in every day without looking. Like they do the right thing when nobody's looking. They in that gym when nobody's looking. They don't, they perform when there's no crowd. So, but good
Yeah.
definition though. I like that. I like that. All right.
Yeah.
So, um, let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. What was the first sport you ever tried?
I think it was gymnastics. Cause yeah, I think the first sport I've tried was gymnastics.
So how many sports have you tried?
Basketball, lacrosse, field hockey, track, cross country, gymnastics, swimming, um, soccer. I feel like there's a couple more that I can't think of right now, but I know there's a lot.
Did you try field hockey?
Yeah.
Try polo? You said it was more. Did you try polo?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my gosh. You tried like you tried everything. So trying all those sports, but what was it about basketball that captured your heart and made it your favorite?
Well, I was always athletic and I liked working hard at it. Like it was like the one sport that I actually liked working hard at. And then
Hmm.
I liked being better than everyone. And I was at basketball.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay. So in your area or whoever you was playing with, you was better than the rest of them.
I mean, it may not been true, but that's what I thought.
Oh. Yeah, have that mindset. I mean, you got to have that. You got to have that mindset. But you're better than anybody else. That's anybody that ever try to come up against you. You're better than them. You can beat them. So you gotta have that. You gotta have that mindset. That's the mindset of an underdog. Like no matter what, I'm better than that person. I work hard and I'm better than them. So
Yeah,
that's the mind of an underdog. So look at that. Strong underdogs are strong. They wear everything on their sleeves, and it seemed like to me that you're the type of player that wears that on your sleeve. That I'm better than everybody. Right? I work harder and I'm better than everybody else. So yeah. So what age did you really start playing basketball?
well, like 5 or 6 ish, I think.
Okay,
That's like
okay.
whenever I started like a rec league.
You started in the
With,
rec league.
yeah, it was like all boys rec league.
You know what? That's the regular. That's the norm when um girls start to play basketball. They it, they go to a rec league first, and then the rec league don't have nothing but boys in there playing
Yeah,
basketball. Because I remember when I first started coaching at when I got my first high school head coaching job at Parkville. My AD was like, "Go to the rec and make that your feeder program." And when I went to the rec, it was like 10 girls and like 50 or 60 boys. And I'm watching, and I started help coaching. So when I noticed that, all right, the girls playing with the boys and the girls wasn't touching the ball, I went to the president um, of the rec council and I was like, "Dude, look, let me run the girls side of things and just give me those 10 girls. Those 10 girls, I'm going to train them, and they're just going to play 5-on-5 on a weekend. On a week, we're going to train, we're going to work out, but on the weekends, they're going to play games against each other. No boys." So he was like, "Fine." I did that, and at 10, went from 10 to 40 girls in like a month.
dang.
Right. Right. Because they went home and they told their friends, "You need to come here because now we ain't playing against boys no more." So it grew that rec program as far as girls because
Yeah,
now they was playing against each other instead of playing against the boys. Yep.
Yeah, there was one girl, and then she quit after the first day, I think.
Wow. See, I mean, you gotta make a spot for the girls. You don't. I mean, even playing with boys will probably make you really, really tough, and you'll probably get good really, really fast. The only thing is that you ain't gonna touch the ball that much unless you're the best girl, unless you're better than them. And then if you're better than them, they're gonna be mad about that. So,
Yeah,
um, but it's a good experience. I think you like in a non-game setting, you should play against boys. Like, if
yeah,
y'all just outside playing and stuff like that, I think that's a good thing.
yeah,
It'll
still do.
get you better. So so you played at a local rec, played with mostly boys until what, fourth grade?
Yeah, it was like it was like 5 and 6 years old, seven
Okay,
year olds. Like it was like ages, not like grades. Like your
okay.
age.
You played until the fourth grade.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So
yeah.
okay, so how did that experience shape your skills and mindset as a basketball player?
I mean, playing with the boys, it was hard because I remember I blocked one boy's shot and he slapped me in the face because he got
What?
mad. Yeah. And then my mom was like, okay, you cannot get upset over this. Go back in and block his shot again and again. And then I went back in and did that. And then he didn't bother me anymore. No one on their team did. So I had to
Wow.
like kind of like earn their respect enough not to do something like that again.
Yeah, yeah. I told you they get jealous. I'm telling you, I told you. You play with them boys and you dominate them. You over there blocking shots. Was you the tallest girl? I mean, was you taller than the boy?
Yes, I was. Always have to.
You should have been throwing and talking trash. Were you talking trash to me? You was blocking that shot.
Yes, I do. I take pride in
That's right. Get that up out of here. Don't bring that mess up in here, young fella. That's right. Tell him. Don't bring it up in here. Shorty. So, um, so that shaped your mindset of being the beast, huh?
it. Yeah.
Playing against boys, you all like, yeah, I got this. Yeah, I get it. I get it. So when during that time and around that time, was that around any time around COVID or anything like that?
I was it? I'm not really sure.
So
Kind
when
of.
COVID happened, what happened? So when COVID hit, your mom put up a hoop in the road, I guess outside in front of your house or something.
In my front yard. What's it called? So they took down like all the rims in our neighborhood, like everywhere. They took down the rims because they didn't want anyone coming. So all the older kids in my neighborhood, like, and they were all boys. They all came down to my house, and like my mom put a ball rack in the entryway. So
Mm,
like every day they would come down, and we would play one on one, and we would play horse and like play around and stuff. But during COVID, it was like I couldn't see anyone, so it was nice to at least be able to see some people and
right,
be able to play them.
right. So how did how did that impact your game and your passion for basketball, especially COVID? Because I know like it was half the time you were stuck in a house and couldn't do anything and couldn't go outside, and I guess having that made it better. But how did that improvisation impact your game and passion for basketball?
I mean, it made me tougher. They were all like a lot bigger than me and they did not care one little bit. So I know I got thrown around a couple times
Did
and
you
I
block?
lost a bunch of games of force and
Did you
everything.
did you block any of their shots?
No, they were like a lot taller than me. They were like
uh,
6 foot in eighth grade or something. I was like, what?
uh,
But it was fun playing against them.
look at. Do you think in that span of time that your game has developed playing against the guys like that?
Yeah, because it may have been hard to play against them, but I know that they made me tougher. And I knew that, like, even whenever they talk trash or do something dumb, I don't even know, it would make me stronger and make my mindset not be able to change. Like, okay, I have to do this and not be able to be affected in my game.
Right. Right, okay, I get it. I get it. There you go. Yeah, I told you, like, and playing with boys just make you tougher. I They just make you tougher, but you still need to have, y'all still need to have your own space. But playing with boys once in a while, it makes you tough. We had a lot of girls playing with us when we was coming up, and they're tough. They was, and when you ain't take no pity on them, you want to come on this court. All right, we going to play you like you're a basketball player. We ain't care if you're a girl or not. I remember um, a reporter had asked Gino, right, the coach for Connecticut, had
Yeah.
asked him, um, "Are you going to coach your, Are you going to coach the girls like they're boys?" And he was like, "No, I'm gonna coach them like they're basketball players because that's what they are." You know what I mean? You're a
Yeah.
basketball player, so if you're a
Yeah.
basketball player and you playing, no matter if you're a boy or a girl, and you playing with boys or you a boy playing with, you're a basketball player. So you get in there, you going basketball stuff gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
Basketball stuff gonna happen to you. So that's great that your mindset was all right. Now I gotta do this instead of this. I gotta get better at this because playing against them is harder. So now you knew what to do. Next time you get out there and play with them. So that really changed your game.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So you go from COVID playing with the boys, and you know that made you more passionate
Yeah.
about the game.
Yeah. But like, I want to beat them. I don't want to keep on losing. I want to get better and beat them like
So
that.
it made you become even more competitive.
Yeah.
All right, great. So all the COVID, you probably was hot. You was like, man, I can't wait to get over it. I can't wait to get all this out and COVID is over. So how did you get all that out when COVID was over? What did you do?
Well, after COVID, I met this one family. Their name's like the Walkers, and
Mhm,
they like started me and their daughter are like the same age,
mhm,
and we went to a AAU program after that.
okay.
And like we were the two youngest on the team. It was like a seventh grade team, and we were like in fourth or fifth grade,
Mm,
in fifth grade, because everything was shut down during COVID and like right after COVID.
right.
So we ended up playing up with CPE,
Okay. So what the CPE? What does that stand for? CPE.
Central PA Elite. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I remember that team. I think I played against them a couple of times. The older
Yeah,
teams, a couple of times.
yeah.
So then after that, you played for several other teams, including who?
Team. Wait, let me go in order. So it
Right.
was Team PA, then it
Hmm.
was Top Notch, and now I'm with Team Durant. Yeah.
Okay. So what was how has that these experiences contributed to your growth as a player? So
I
let's
mean,
talk
like
about Team PA.
Team PA, it
Hmm.
was a lot of my friends played on that team, so it was like fun, and it was like the next level up from like a rec ball team. It was like AAU's team, but it was
Hmm.
still really fun. And like, I mean, like it's always fun, but like I like all my friends were on it. It was like comfortable. It was a comfortable team, and it was local still, but it was better from the last team that I played on. And
Okay.
then
Wait,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
what? No,
No,
okay.
I said go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, and then it was Top Notch, which Team BA and Top Notch are kind of like connected in a way.
Hmm.
Like they all like go back and forth, and they're out in New York, and they're they're really good too. And I like their jerseys a lot. They were really cool. And
They had them camouflage like jerseys, red and black, something like that.
they are they're like a galaxy color. They're like
Yeah,
pink. Yeah, that.
yeah, 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 yeah. So
And then
do you know Dakota?
yeah, I do. I know
Okay,
Coda.
okay,
Yeah, so I played with them for a while, and that was fun too because it was like kind of like the same thing because they were like partners and stuff. And
okay.
then I went to Team Durant from the DMV area,
Mm-hmm.
and then I met like my coach, Coach D, who is for one of the high schools out there too.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that girls are really competitive too, and I didn't realize that as much whenever I played for teams around here, closer to
Yeah,
around.
yeah, and that DMV area is that PG County area is tough. Like those girls down there really gets it in, and they're tough. You really get it in. But do you think playing with the guys prepared you for that toughness?
Yeah, I don't think if I were to like if I didn't play with the guys before, I don't
Mm.
think I would have been like tough enough to be able to play with them. Like I
Oh,
feel like I'd be like getting pushed around a lot and that kind of stuff. So I'm glad I ended up playing with the guys a lot.
good. See, you doing it right. All right, so let's talk about your coaches. So coaches like so who were some of your coaches for Team Durant?
Well, I have Coach D.
Coach D
That
for
was
Team
my
Durant,
yeah.
and who else?
That was like the one coach for Team Durant for my age group.
Oh, okay, okay. So who's Coach Walker and Coach Nick, and how did their mentorship influence you to develop the love of basketball?
Well, Coach Walker was the coach for Team PA, and I'm
Hmm.
still around him all the time. That's like, he's like a part of my second family. I'm around him all the time, him and his kids.
Okay.
And he was like the one coach that was there, whether like, he was the one coach that actually pushed me hard. Not like, oh my God, it's okay. You mess up. It's okay. Get back.
Hmm.
It's like, no, you're go back, go run, or do something like that. I don't know. But he was another coach that actually pushed me, other than my mom. And
That's
then Coach
dope.
Nick, he was he's from Brooklyn. He's like loud and a little bit crazy sometimes. But we all know he wanted us to get better, and he was for top notch.
Yeah, sound
And
like
then
me. I'm loud. I'm loud, and my girls will tell you the same thing. Oh yeah, he's loud, but he want us to get better. He always want us to get better. He always pushes us. So I understand, Coach Nick. I understand. You and Coach Walker. I understand.
yeah, and then it was Coach D who
Mm,
hates losing as much as I do. Like whenever we were playing in this one tournament in Philly, we lost in the championship. I was mad. It was not even funny because we lost by like foul shots at the end.
mm,
And she was like, "Here's your second place trophy." I was like, "I don't want a second place trophy. I don't want one unless we win." She was like, "Okay, yeah, I understand that." I was like, "Okay, so now you don't like losing as much as I do." And you're
mm,
a good coach. I like you a lot.
mm. I mean, hey, look, I commend you for that. Like, I don't want no second place trophy. I ain't win nothing. I ain't win. So why should I get something? Because nowadays everything is instant gratification. Like, no matter if you win
Participation.
or lose,
Yeah.
it's the period where everybody get a trophy. No, everybody shouldn't get a trophy. You
Nope.
ain't win. So why should you get a trophy? Participation trophy. Like, no, no. And I think that's I think that was a downfall of most sports when they just started handing everybody trophies. Like you could be 7 teams and you could be the seventh place team. You getting a seventh place trophy. Like, why would
I
I
don't.
want a seventh place trophy?
Yeah. No.
Like, oh, they participated. They this is what they supposed to do. They supposed to participate. Like,
You're
I'm
not
not giving you
supposed
a trophy for something you're supposed to do.
to. Yeah.
So I am so glad you're not in that group that no, like, give me my trophy.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no. I'm the same way. I ain't. It was one game when my girls played in the championship game, and they was handing out the second place, and we lost that game. We shouldn't have lost that game. We was killing everybody until we got. I don't even know how we lost that game. Um, I was I wasn't really coaching that game. Somebody else was, but I don't know how we lost that game. But they was handing out second place. Um, what you call those things? The things that go around your neck, the little medals. I was like,
Yeah,
man, I ain't taking no dug on second place. Deal with that. I ain't taking that. I walked and I left. I congratulated the other team. Hey, good game. And I'm not. Come on, y'all, let's go.
I
I'm
don't
not
want your participation trophy.
right. We ain't win. I don't want it. Like, my girl, like, you get it when you win. We wound up winning one. We got one in the background. We wound up winning. What was it? A national showcase that year. So yeah,
Yeah,
wound up winning that. So those coaches, they was the coaches that informed, and it's good to have a coach that always stick by you and around you. Because when my girls come home from college, they come over, we'd go out to eat and stuff like
yeah,
that. And I still work them out. So it's always good to have that influence, that positive influence outside of your household. So I'm glad you found some coaches like that. And Coach
yeah.
Walker, you know, uh, kudos to you, Coach Walker. So moving to Team Durant and staying a high standard in DMV um,
Yeah.
and the Philly areas must have been an eye opener for you, right?
Yeah.
So what have you learned from playing in those competitive environments?
I've learned that like everyone's competitive. No one likes to lose because there's
Mm,
some teams that are like, "Oh yeah, well, we're just gonna play and it doesn't really matter." No, it's not like that. It's like everyone wants to win. Everyone's like hard on themselves and everyone cares about if they get better or not. And that's not always how it is around here.
right. Hey, look, not just around where you at. Trust what I tell you. It's like DMV. Baltimore used to be the mecca of Maryland uh, sports. Baltimore did. Baltimore was running things really. It was very competitive. I think it went down a little bit. And now PG County and those areas down by DC is more competitive than our girls, and a lot of our girls leave here to go down and play with Team Durant. Because you got girls from Baltimore that plays with Team Durant, you got girls from Baltimore that plays with Team Takeover, um, and they're very competitive. I actually sent a girl to Team uh, Team Takeover.
Oh
I,
yeah.
yeah, I was yeah, so I sent the girl down there to play with them. They're very competitive. And if that's where if you want to be and go up against real competitive teams, that's where you need to go at right now. Um, I'm basically out of the AAU game. Um, I think I got one team right now. I cut all the rest of my teams because I was just not feeling AAU like that anymore. So I'm gonna ride with those girls until they graduate. After that, I'm just gonna stay coaching high school.
Nice.
What is like again? I try to find girls for my high school teams that's really competitive. And it's kind of like it's kind of hard to do that. I think I got some pretty good young girls coming in here this year that's competitive, but a lot of people try to blame it on the COVID years. But you're an example of a person that went through COVID and came out tougher.
Yeah, no, I don't like making excuses for myself. Like
Right.
I want to be able to be the best, and if I can't get in the gym, I'll go out front. I'll go down to the courts near my house. I don't make excuses for myself to not do something.
Mm. I like that. I like that because there's a lot of empty basketball courts around here because everybody want to be in the gym. I'm like, go outside. Like, there's a lot of empty basketball courts around here. Every and there's like a basketball court right around from each other, and all both of the goals are up, and nobody is on them. Everybody want to. If they can't go inside of a gym, they don't want to. They don't want to play.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. It's sad, right? It's, oh boy, outside is where you became tough. Outside of those blacktops, man, is where you became tough. Like I don't know. hmm So you have a vision to raise the bar, for girls sports in your area. So what steps are you taking to achieve that, and what message do you want to send to the other young female athletes?
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
So I'm sorry. So your mission. What's one of your missions for your area?
Well, I want to be able to make it to a really good like college and
hmm
get a really good education. And
hmm
then if basketball works out for me, then I want to go pro. And if it doesn't, I would be glad to go play in college and get like a good, really good degree in like sports medicine or something like that.
hmm All right, so that's looking towards all your goals in the future of basketball. So you mentioned, um when you sent me your bio, that you wanted to raise the bar in sports in your area where you live at, right? Because you feel as
Yeah.
though it ain't that competitive, right?
Yeah. So,
So what steps are you taking to achieve that, and what message do you want to send to other young female athletes?
so I'm gonna there, the place that I train at is trying to make the first prep school in this area that has a really good education, like an
Mhm,
online curriculum,
mhm,
and a really good place to play basketball.
mhm,
So I want to be a part of that and be able to share the fact that if you don't work hard, you're never going to be able to achieve your dreams. And if
right,
you, and you might be upset. I don't really know you, but like you're probably going to be upset with yourself.
right,
And I personally couldn't live with that. So I would say that you have to work hard and um, pay attention and make sure that you get a really good education and pay attention in school because it'll make sure that you can get into everything like your colleges. You have like the colleges you want to get into, if you want to get into a different high school, all that
mhm,
stuff. So pay attention to your dreams and work towards them, even
right.
whenever they get difficult.
Great. So, are you the type of person that can't be around mediocre people?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm that type of person too. I can't like mediocre people do not like overachievers, and overachievers do not like mediocre people. They cannot be in the same room together.
Yeah.
It's going to cause a lot of conflict because
Yeah.
I cannot. If you can't be on my level of achievement, I cannot like it. Oh, it burns my soul. Like,
I
and I
know.
don't know why. I think I'm just that competitive. Especially
Yeah.
as a coach now. As a coach now, like I can't. It's hard to coach a mediocre person. Now I can coach a person that don't have the skills, but they want to work. I can't coach a person that got skill but don't want to work. That like yo, you got
Yeah.
all these skills and you acting mediocre. Like, and this person over here don't got that much skill, and they're here every day on time, busting their tail and all that stuff. Like that's an overachiever to me. I cannot mess with the person that tries to come in late and you got all the skill in the world, but you just think that's going to carry you places. No, skill only going to carry you so far. It's the other attributes, your character, your dedication, your hard work that's going to carry you further. So, I
Yeah.
yeah, man, you got that in common. I cannot be around people that's not on my level and
Yeah.
that's mediocre, especially in this game of basketball.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
looking forward, we talked about your future a little bit. So, what are your goals in basketball, and how do you plan to inspire others along the way?
I mean, like I say, I want to be able to go to a really good college
Mm-hmm.
and get a sports medicine degree, and if basketball does work out, I want to go pro, and if not, then I want to. I don't really know where sports medicine people work, but wherever they work, I want to
Everywhere, everywhere. Like they
do
work with athletes. They work with WNBA athletes, NBA athletes, overseas athletes. Would you mind going to go play overseas?
yeah, I don't care, and I love
Good,
seeing the world, so that would be cool.
good, good. Yeah, because I'm telling you, overseas you get paid more. You get paid
Yeah,
more. Yeah. So go overseas and try like basketball. And I, I tell people this: like, don't let basketball use you. Use basketball to, for one, build relationships. Because building relationships is one of the most important things that you can do in life is build relationships and good relationships. Use it to travel. Travel, you're gonna meet more people, you're gonna build more relationships, right? Use it
yeah,
to help others. Use it to help others. Give people once you gain knowledge, give it back, right? So use it to be a giver. Also, basketball is not kind to everybody. It's not. Basketball is a harsh thing. You can give basketball all the love in the world, and it might not love you back. It's,
yeah,
that's just how it falls. But if you use it the right way, mm, it'll never fall out of love with you if you use it the right way. But if you use it the wrong way, basketball gonna dump you, kick you to the side, and gonna go find somebody else to love.
yeah.
That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So, do you got any other advice you want to give to somebody that's coming up behind you, somebody on your team? Um, s- I don't know, niece, nephew, sibling, any kids that's coming up. Any advice you want to get them about, this basketball world?
I mean, yeah, you have to work hard and keep your grades up, and make sure that if you really want to play basketball in your future, that you work really hard and come early to everything. Make sure that you are prepared, and don't forget your shoes. I've done that a bunch of times.
You did that how many times? How many times you don't forgot your shoes?
Like once or twice.
All right, so I ask everybody this also on my show. Uh, so, and you cannot say Angel and you cannot say Caitlin Clark. So, because they're in the league right now. Now, who are your top 5 college basketball players right now that's in college?
In college.
Female. Hmm.
Dang, they all went to the WNBA.
All your favorites went to the WNBA?
Most of them. I got like Fournier, Juju Walking.
Hmm.
I gotta think about this.
You got to think about Paige. You telling me you got to think about Paige?
Yeah, kinda. Paige
You
Beckers.
kind of got to think about Paige.
I forgot her
Oh,
name. Like it
uh,
was like it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I couldn't think of it.
okay, okay. So Juju and Paige, okay,
And Flo J. She didn't go to
okay.
the WNBA,
No,
right?
Flage is still there. Yeah,
How
she got little
about
hits, got hits going on.
Um. Oh yeah, but they aren't really
Marley?
Marley. She's like local for me. Marley
Okay,
and Megan. She's also local, but
okay. They
Where's
going to
she from?
college next year, or they in college now?
they're in college right now. They're in
Oh, okay.
college. She plays.
Um,
I mean, Marley plays for Niagara, and I don't really know where Megan plays. I just know she's good.
Oh, all right. So who's your favorite? Who's your favorite team? College team.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you didn't put Wally in
I don't know.
there?
I just know
You
I
could
met
give.
Ricardo, so she watched my entire game
Oh,
when I went
what?
to Nike Nationals, and
Mm-hmm.
then we also met Dawn Staley whenever
Oh,
we were something else. I don't even remember. Me and my friend were like, "Oh my God, is that Dawn Staley?" And we ran up, and she was like, hold on." They're my favorite team.
Y'all ran up on Dawn like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I coached. So I coached Anaya Russell. Um, she uh, she got recruited by Dawn. Coach Staley. She only stayed there for I think a year, and then she transferred to Kentucky, and now she's at Mississippi State. But she was at Dawn Staley came to her championship game. Yeah, she cool. Dawn's a nice person. But so, all right, now you can give me your top five WNBA players.
Camila Cardoso, Angel Reese. Um, I probably have to say Alyssa Thomas because she's like from where I am.
Beast though, she's a beast.
Um, what's it? Asia Wilson.
My girl, love her to death.
Katie, Katie Ledecky is swimming. Hold on. uh, just
All right,
one
so
more.
that's four. We need one more. We need one more.
Did I say Caitlin Clark?
No.
Caitlin Clark.
Okay. All right, that's your top five. Like that. Like that. So if you could play against anybody, who would it be, and would you beat them?
I would say Caitlin Clark because I could like play defense on her and block her shots since I'm like taller than her.
For real, Caitlin?
I'm not
You, you
taller
gonna
than her.
let you gonna let
Hug
her
her
shoot?
up.
You gonna let her shoot the logo shot, ain't you? You gonna let her shoot the logo shot? You ain't gonna play D on when she all the way out. You gonna like, go ahead, man, go ahead and shoot
No, I would probably play up on her. I don't know if it would work, but I would definitely try.
that. She got some moves for you. She got some moves for you. She know how to get away from stuff. Yeah, so she got some moves for you. And you think you'll beat her?
Yes, if I
Yeah.
really, it was like the best time ever. Yes, I would beat her.
Go ahead, girl. That's that confidence. I feel you. I feel you. Good. So it was nice really having you on the show. A nice conversation. I like your grit and your toughness. Not making excuses like you said. That's what coaches want. Coaches want kids that don't make no excuses. Why you late, coach? I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry for being late.
Yeah.
Instead of, well, my mom, I don't want to hear that. Like, coach, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Da da da. Boom. I'm been running on the court, not walking a lot of game on the court. So I know that you're that type of player, and I know that Team Durant is really glad to have you on their team.
Yep.
So what's next for you, man? That's what's next for you. You you're hurt right now.
Yeah.
Uh, where are you going at next year?
Next
Like,
week,
no, next year. Like, what school?
I'm gonna do online school because the school I'm at right now doesn't have the best education. So I'm just gonna
Oh,
do
okay.
online school.
So you can do homeschool.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the thing you was talking about. They thinking about doing a prep thing. You thinking about playing basketball for them? That team that supposed to be doing a prep.
Yeah. Well, like I'm gonna play at the gym that they're trying to make into a prep school, and they're gonna do
Oh,
an
okay.
online curriculum. That's
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this year.
Okay. So do they have a program? Because I know like a lot of places have because I know it's one place. What was it? Two places. I think it's a place in PA. But they come down here to play some girls teams sometimes where it's girls that are homeschooled and they start a basketball team.
I'm not
And they
sure, but I know that this is like the first year that they're doing it, so I don't think
yeah.
it's this.
No, it's not that. I just know it's a collection of people that are homeschooled and they do. they play sports. Like this, I forgot the name of it. If I get the name, I'll reach out to you and give it to you. But I forgot the name of it. But it's kids that's homeschooled, and I think they all in the same area. And like they got football teams, they got uh basketball teams, both girls and boys, and it's just kids that have been homeschooled that want to still play sports, so they play other like schools. But I forgot the name of it. Me and my old AD was talking about it, but yeah. So that's what's new for you. That's great. So how long are you going to be out? You know how long you going to be out?
Well, uh, I'm guessing like 3.5 weeks now.
Hmm. So how did that actually happen? It happened when you was in Chicago.
Well, no, it was first whenever I was playing a school ball game, and
Hmm.
I fell on someone's foot and it went sideways, and then
Okay.
I stayed on it, and then literally the next game, someone stepped on my foot while I was trying to like jump,
Hmm.
and then I didn't really do anything about it because even if it was her, I was like, I'm playing in Chicago, I don't really care. So uh, I didn't really go to any good doctors until like right before then. She's like, yeah, you have a sprained ankle. And I was like, well, how about we just do this after Chicago? I'll come to you right after Chicago, I promise.
Mm-mm.
Like, okay. And then I got an MRI, and then they said it was a bone bruise or something, a bone collision. I don't know. And it
Teasing the
sprained.
phone. Yeah. So
Mm,
always, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I'm gonna whisper it to you. Okay. Make sure you
okay.
come on. Move closer to the camera. Move closer to the camera. Move closer. Move a little bit closer. I'm gonna tell you this little secret. Take care of your injury and your health first, because if you don't, it might ruin your whole basketball career.
To be
Got it?
fair, I'm in a boot now, so
You in a boot
what?
now. You in a, but guess what though? Guess what? So you in a boot now. So guess what would have happened if you would have went the first time? You wouldn't have been in a boot right now. You probably be healed. See
Well,
that?
this is off season, pretty much.
Girl, don't make no excuses. What you talking? Don't make no excuses, girl. But always, but on the real note, always take if anything you think anything is wrong, always take care of that before you get back on the court. Because trust me, I got girls that's out for the season because I told her last year, go get your knee looked at. She just came off a knee injury. Stop going to therapy. I said, go get your knee looked at. Because she kept on complaining. I said, for one, you got to take care of your lower body and get that knee strong. She ain't do it. This season, she kept on crying, Coach, my knee, my knee. I said, I told you to go get your knee checked out. Kind of found out she tore her MCL in the same knee that she tore her ACL in. And now she's out for the season. And she's a junior. And she ain't play a full year of high school basketball.
Oh,
Yes, because she ain't take care of that injury the proper way. So that's just a little advice I'm gonna give you. When something happen, go to get it go get it looked at right away. Don't try to play on it because your ankles and your knees, you need those to play basketball. Without
yeah.
those, you ain't no good for basketball. So they the two things you really want to take care of. So I'm glad you did what you did now, but always remember that. Got it? I don't
Got
care
it.
if your knee is a little bit hurt, go get it looked at. Go get it looked at because you don't want to ruin you don't want to go to college and be damaged goods to a coach. And, that brings your stock down when coaches know that you've been injured so many times. But neither here nor there. It was great talking to you. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on the show. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. No problem. No problem. I just like that you're a hard worker and you don't make excuses. I love that. I wish you was here in Maryland. Come and play for me at Newtown. I need somebody like you on the team. Get everybody like that fire under everybody else. They're gonna be mad I said that, but I don't care. Yeah. But so again, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. Your story is a powerful reminder that determination and the right support, you can change the game. With the determination and the right support, you can change the game. And you got both of them. You're very determined and you got the right support with your family and your coaches and your team. So let everybody know where they can follow you at on your journey, on the rest of your basketball journey. Even though you're gonna be limping a little bit, but let everybody know where they can follow you at.
Oh, like my Instagram?
Yep, like your Instagram and things like that.
Okay, my Instagram is, what is it called?
Full disclosure, she doesn't spend much time on social media.
Oh, good. Okay. That's a good thing, but okay.
It says Mo under bucket or underscore buckets underscore 10.
Okay. Mo Buckets underscore
10.
underscore 10. Okay. I'll make sure I put it in. So y'all can follow her on her journey of recovery and getting back onto the court. Document that. And get back on the court so y'all can follow her on that. For me, for my listeners, you know where you can go at. You can check me out on my link tree for more inspiring stories and content. You can find us at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/SQ Basketball Chronicles. That's where all my platforms are, my Instagram, my merchandise store, everything. Go out there and go to my merchandise store, check out some of our t-shirts. We got some really nice stuff on there, so go check that out. All right, but before we get away from here, before we wrap up, I have a question for our listeners. What barriers have you faced in your sports journey and how have you overcome them? So share your stories in your comments below. And guess what? Remember, every underdog has their day. Keep dreaming big and pushing barriers. I'm Coach Q. And that is Mo. And guess what? We're out. See?
Thank you.